Hey Scoobs, Alex here.
Dre here.
And today we are reacting to the Avengers Infinity War Super Bowl spot. So we originally were not going to do this because it's pretty short, but our number one fan, Nicholas Lee.
Nick!
We love you, Nick.
We love you. Like, literally, for those of you who haven't been with the Scoobies for that long, like, Nicholas is, from the beginning, is, like, one of the subscribers who, like, constantly comments, writes us, follows us, always gives us words of encouragement.
Yes.
Like, you guys can do it. Love your videos. Keep on going. So, literally, like, Nicholas
is number one fan.
He's our number one fan.
And we are a fan of you.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Yes.
And it's, like, literally because of subscribers and viewers like you that makes this so much fun for us.
Exactly. So, for you, we're going to be doing the Avengers Infinity War Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, now it's not that long, like you said, but I'm sure we'll get a few little nuggets, little new tidbits.
Some gems.
Some gems, if you will. So, yeah, let's see what we get.
So this is it. It's all been leading to this. Ready? Let's go.
Oh! Did you see his costume? Ah!
Oh.
Wow, that really was short. Okay,
Yeah. But again, it just got me pumped.
And already I can tell that we've got some new stuff in this. So, you know, this will actually be fun because this will be an informative scrub, but a quick scrub nonetheless. All right, so here we go.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, so we start off with a hero shot of three of the most popular members of the MCU. We got Mustache Bros, Doctor Strange, and Tony Stark. There's actually a comic book panel in which Tony Stark, I'll put up the shot for it, but Tony Stark is talking to Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is like, go away, and Tony Stark's like, not till you high-five me, Mustache Bros, and like he reluctantly high-fives him. So I hope that Robert Downey Jr. gives that line in this movie. And as we can see, we have Tom Holland in the Iron Spider costume. Now, the suit that Iron Man is wearing in this, it's not confirmed yet, but a lot of people are guessing that it's what is in the comic books known as his Bleeding Edge armor. His Bleeding Edge armor is something that traditionally lived in his body, like nanotechnology, and when he summoned it, it was like wired to his brain. It would literally grow out of his skin and form around him. Now, I don't think they're going that crazy with it, because they probably don't want to turn Tony Stark into some sort of, like, weirdo, freaky cyborg.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We already have a cyborg.
We already have a cyborg. They probably don't want to go that sort of sci-fi with it, but there's a scene later on where Tony Stark is taking off his glasses, and it looks like the suit is growing around his body. So what I'm thinking is this new arc reactor that he's wearing, because we've seen him in other shots where he's just wearing a jumpsuit and the arc reactor on it. I would bet money.
It grows out of the arc reactor.
I'm betting dollars to donuts that the new suit grows out of the arc reactor nanotechnology style. We will see.
Love it.
Love it. And if you look at the background, I can't tell for sure, but it looks like the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. So,
wow.
Right? Like, see? Like, that's a quick eye right there.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
So I'm wondering if this is going to be the epic meeting where the Earth heroes meet the space heroes.
Well, we did get a shot of Groot.
Absolutely.
Which always makes me happy because I'm obsessed with Groot.
Who is it? Like, come on. Whether it's baby, full-on grown Vin Diesel.
Teenage Groot.
Or shitty teenage Groot. Groot's always a win.
The romance that spawns.
Of course.
Between the heroes here. So we have Vision in human form, again, and the Scarlet Witch. And we found out in Age of Ultron that their powers stem from the Mind Stone.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I think that's maybe like what's connecting them in this, in this movie. Like maybe this is why they have this romance, because they're connected through the mind.
Now that makes me wonder, is it a real love then? Or is it just they feel some sort of magnetic chemical pull because of this magical power source?
Isn't real love a magnetic chemical pull?
Well said, Keller. Well said.
Thank you.
Okay, so after that, again,
Yes.
that looks like, yes, exactly. That
Oh,
looks-
and right, the opening scene, it's like the same background You're so good.
I'm just saying, that looks the same similar mechanical wiring and layout that we saw on that Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man scene. So it looks, and if you remember that first scene, they're looking up. In this scene, it looks like they're coming down the stairs. So I wonder if that's just a reverse shot and they're like meeting the eye line. They're like, oh, who are you? Who are you? That whole thing.
I'm just really impressed of how much you caught, like, every detail from that. Because I'm just watching, I'm like, oh, this looks cool.
Nerd! Yeah, that's me. Okay. But that's clearly Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, talking to Tony in the Sanctum Sanctorum, Doctor Strange house. Question we still don't know is that we saw in the first Infinity War trailer when Hulk comes crashing through the ceiling, that giant crater. How did he get there? Because last we saw Hulk, he was hanging out with Thor on the Asgardian ship from Thor Ragnarok. Was it the Space Stone that Thanos teleported the Hulk away because he was too much of a threat? And Thanos was like, I do not want to deal with this crap right now. He just like literally sent him away because we know at this point Thanos does have the Space and Power Stone. I have no idea, but I'm so excited for what's going to happen.
Well, and then we see Thor, and of course he has the eye patch because Hela blinded him, lost an eye in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, she messed him up good.
But, yeah, and we see Rocky Raccoon, Teenage Groot.
I love how Teenage Groot is on his, like, cell phone or gaming device or whatever it is. Like,
of course,
it's
he's
so
a teenager.
teenage.
He's distracted. He does not care.
Like, they're fighting for the universe and he's on his device.
He's like, let me know if you need me. But I heard rumors that Thor's actually looking for a new weapon.
So
I
did
think
I.
that's what they might be on their way in search of.
Yeah, and that weapon might either be, he has two alternate weapons in the comic books. One is his magical axe called Yarnborn. Yarnborn. Yarnborn, and the other one is his ultimate Mjolnir from the Ultimate line of comic books. It's basically his part hammer, part battle axe. We get more Loki again, like he looks super shady as always.
I know.
Now that pisses me off because at the end of Thor Ragnarok, you're finally like, oh, finally.
You want to believe in him, but in this spot, he looks like he's up to no good.
He looks like he's up to no good, and like I'm tired of Loki flip-flopping. Just pick a side and stick with it, Loki. Spider-Man Peter Parker on that circular flying, probably Thanos-y ship. As you can see, he rips off his helmet or his mask. I'm assuming that the air gets too thin for him because like the ship is probably rising up in the sky. But here's what I'm thinking, that he's on this thing and he's starting some sort of trouble because we saw in the first Infinity War trailer that he's on the same ship almost the same time of day where he's wearing the Iron Spider suit. So either one of two things I'm thinking. Either Tony Stark has sensors on his suit that can tell when Peter Parker's in trouble and he flies the suit out to him. Or at the end of Homecoming, when Tony Stark gave the suit back to Spider-Man, he incorporated Iron Spider nanotechnology into that suit. So maybe if Spider-Man's getting in trouble, the suit just forms out of his suit the way it does with Tony Stark's new arc reactor.
Well, that would make much more sense.
We cut to... Because as we last know, at the end of Civil War, Cap and Black Widow were not on speaking terms with the government-sanctioned Avengers, Vision, War Machine, Iron Man, that lot. But as you can see, first of all, it looks like they're in some sort of government, maybe
some
SHIELD
sort of military
facility.
Yeah.
So it looks like they clearly have come in, like, because in the last Infinity War trailer, we see Cap and Black Widow in Wakanda. Looks like they've been called back in. Maybe things have gotten too hot with Thanos.
They need everyone.
They need everybody.
They need all the hands on deck.
We can't fool the dick around anymore. We got to put pettiness aside. So they bring back in. Captain America's wearing his Nomad getup. There was a storyline in the comic books back in the 80s, 90s where Steve Rogers became disillusioned with America. So he started wearing a black suit and called himself Nomad. I love blonde Black Widow. Love her new tactical outfit. And look at this. Like, pay close attention to this. Like, I just noticed as I'm looking at this frozen still. Vision A looks like he's hurt. He's holding his side. So I'm assuming this happened after Corvus Glaive and the Children of Thanos attacked him. That scene where they're trying to pry the Mind Stone out of his head. If you notice, it doesn't look like his forehead's glowing.
I was just going to say that.
So either they did pry it out of his head, or...
And that's why he's not in human form.
Maybe. Exactly. Or... maybe they stop him from having it violently ripped out of his head, and they take him to Wakanda to have it. Because in the last Infinity War trailer, when they're being attacked, Captain America shows up out of the shadow, and Scarlet Witch smiles. So I'm wondering if Vision, they take him to Wakanda so they can basically be like, we're going to find a safe way to remove the Infinity Stone from your head. That way you don't become basically like brain dead if they just rip it out of your skull. Again, we don't know. And obviously, yes, this probably happens before that scene we just saw where they're walking through the military facility. But Captain America with this new Wakanda-inspired shield, that last trailer where Chadwick Boseman's like, and get this man the shield. Him rocking his full-on African king wear. The man looks badass. Them just doing the power stance together.
Look how in love with the shield he is. Right. Just like...
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And that's good old-fashioned Wakanda technology. So everything weapon-wise in Wakanda is made out of vibranium. I was surprised to see Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy in this again. Now, I don't know how they're going to play with that. Because, again, in the comics, Nebula plays a big role in getting the gauntlet off of Thanos' hand because she's still his daughter. She was like, oh no, I'm with you, Dad, and everything. And at the last minute, she takes the gauntlet off his hands. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's going to do that in this movie, but as we saw in Guardians 2, she does want to kill her father.
Yeah, and like they really bonded. She like is part of the good guys now.
Yeah.
So
and that's I hope.
I hope that Nebula, feels better, and she's like, I want her to be like the good guy now.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But again, anytime you have a sibling bad guy, much like Loki were just saying, you want them to turn good, but it's like, can I really trust you?
Yeah.
I don't know. More of that scene in Wakanda where Thanos' foot soldiers, those creatures with the 8 limbs, are attacking the Dora Milaje and the forces of Wakanda. Black Widow's rolling deep with all the brothers and sisters right there. Go ahead, Black Widow. Bucky, with his brand new vibranium arm, is going to full-on beast mode.
And of course, we have the Mustache Bros.
Once again.
As you like to refer to them as. Teaming up. Doctor Strange is, spinning a spell over here. While we have Iron Man. What is...
flying up, doing some sort of repulsor blast through the spell.
What is he...
Now, like, again...
What do you think they're doing?
I
like to hear your theories.
Well, I think it looks like...
shooting the spell onto...
It looks like some sort of combo shot.
He's propelling the spell forward.
Yes, it looks like Doctor Strange is maybe forming the spell, and Tony Stark is giving like an extra little power boost. Because again, like in the first Avengers movie, I'll never forget that scene where Captain America's fighting all of those Chitauri soldiers. Iron Man lands on the ground, shoots his blast on Captain America's shield, and Captain America deflects it and like uses it as a laser beam. I'm like, I love it when the Avengers team up and use like combo moves. So it looks like
it's a classic combo move scenario.
Exactly. So I hope that's what they're doing. And again, we finish up with the big hero shot. Hulk, Black Widow, Bucky, Cap, Dora Milaje, and T'Challa, and Falcon and War Machine running towards us. We cut to, obviously, title bump, Avengers Infinity War, and then we end with the Darth Vader of the Marvel Universe. Thanos. Played by...
looking off into space.
Yeah, just looking like and I love that fact that they ended with this shot because, like, mentally it suggests that after seeing all of that awesomeness, all those heroes, like, beating up everything.
Like, Thanos is coming.
He's coming. And he's just like, Like, he was the
One man against all of this.
All of that, and his face just reads like, yeah, whatever, I'm good. So, I can't wait to that. Thank you, Nicholas.
Yes, I'm really glad we reacted to this.
Me
because
too.
There was actually so much to go through, like a bunch of little gems for us. So, and it got me excited again.
And I was not expecting that. Again, it was like I saw there was 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm going to skip it. But like, I thought it was going to be shorter. This probably was like longer than a lot of our breakdowns.
Turned into a full reaction.
Exactly. Because there was like, there wasn't a lot of, a long amount of footage. There was a lot of new things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for checking out our trailer reaction for Avengers Infinity War Super Bowl spot. As always, if you ever have any reactions you'd like us to do, leave them in the comments below. And remember to subscribe to our channel, almost at 1,000 subscribers. And hit that bell for alerts, share it with your friends. Tell them to give us a subscribe. Do it. And once again, thanks, Nick, for being such a good fan and always being supportive. All right, until next time, I've been Andre.
And I'm Alex.
Stay groovy, Scoobies.